Good afternoon. Today, we're going to talk about the Amazon patent dispute resolution process. In particular, what you need to know if you're a seller and receive notice that someone says you are infringing their product. So today I have with me Larry Sandell. He's a patent attorney, a colleague of mine, and he has represented sellers in several of these cases. But let's get started, Larry. Tell the sellers what they need to know if they receive a notice that they have infringed a patent on Amazon.
Well, the first thing and the most important thing for sellers to know is the clock starts right away. As soon as you receive an email from Amazon inviting you to join one of these utility patent neutral evaluation procedures, you have 3 weeks. And if you don't respond in 3 weeks and sign an agreement saying you're ready to participate in the process, your ASIN is coming down. The second thing that's really worth knowing is that it's really only, these proceedings are really only about infringement. Amazon does not want to hear about your arguments about whether or not the patent is invalid. And really the only two exceptions of that is if you've already proven it to be invalid in a district court, or if you're selling your product on Amazon before they even filed for their patent. And the third very important thing to know is that these proceedings are a lot cheaper than federal district court or the ITC or even filings at the Patent and Trademark Office. They cost $4,000 in procedural fees that are paid to the evaluator, but only if you lose. If you win, you actually get that money back. And the cost to your patent attorney are probably going to be in the low tens of thousands of dollars, which compared to regular trial and at the ITC or district court could be hundreds of thousands or millions if it comes down to a full trial. But Jeff, I know you have your own business on Amazon. So maybe you can speak a little bit as to what an ASIN takedown would mean to you.
Yeah, that stands out to me, Larry. If you do business on Amazon and that's one of your primary places to sell your product, which it is for a lot of people in this world, that's your business. If that ASIN comes down, then so do your reviews, so do your ratings, and it can take years for you to build that type of credibility on Amazon. So that's painful. So what I'm hearing as a seller is if I receive a notice that I have to respond, otherwise my ASIN goes down. Now, if you respond, you're in the middle of this dispute resolution process, which an evaluator will decide whether you infringe or not. So if you could tell us a little bit more about the timing of the response times and how long this process takes.
Sure, Jeff. Well, usually overall, if the process goes all the way to the end, it's about 2 to 3 months long. I already mentioned you have those first 3 weeks where you can decide whether or not to participate. If you decide to participate and send in your form, Amazon will assign an evaluator, usually within a week or two, and then they'll ask you for your $4,000. So that's probably about another week or so that you have. And then once the actual proceeding begins, the patent owner will have 3 weeks to write a brief. Then the seller gets 2 weeks to respond to that. And then finally, the patent owner will have 1 week to offer a short reply. And then after that, the neutral evaluator will consider all the arguments and issue what is effectively a judgment, at least as far as Amazon is concerned. So long as the process is proceeding, your ASIN will stay up. And of course, if you win, your ASIN is going to remain up after. But Jeff, it may also be worth talking a little bit about how different participants in an Amazon proceeding, how their actions might affect a subsequent district court litigation as well. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I do. I understand that the process is not binding. I mean, the Amazon process is not binding on the federal district court. It's not binding on the ITC. But from a trial perspective, if you are a company and you are making statements, then those statements can be used, against you in further litigation that this is the position you took. So there's certainly those considerations on making sure that you're consistent with your story. But it really comes back to that ASIN coming down. I think that's the critical piece of this procedure. We're certainly going to talk more about the risk and impact on future litigation and what that means. But I think that topic is better suited for another series. So Larry, thank you again for your time, and look forward to speaking to you again on this.
Thank you, Jeff.
Take care.